Imagine, if you will, standing on the equator where the Earth's rotational speed reaches about 1,670 kilometers per hour. Now, picture the Earth screeching to a halt. Due to inertia, everything not bolted down would keep moving at this high speed. From people to buildings to the oceans, all would be flung eastward into the atmosphere. The result? A cataclysmic global launch of everything and everyone into the sky. Now consider the centrifugal force generated by Earth's spin. This force acts outwardly, counterbalancing gravity, particularly at the equator. It's this delicate dance between centrifugal force and gravity that gives Earth its slightly squashed or oblate shape. But what if this spinning stopped? Without centrifugal force to oppose it, gravity would pull everything towards the center. The result? Earth would start to reshape itself, bulging more at the equator and flattening at the poles. Our home planet, as we know it, would morph into an entirely new shape. What about our weather? The effects would be far from mild. Imagine a world where the atmospheric circulation patterns we're accustomed to are thrown into disarray. With the Earth's sudden stop, these patterns would be disrupted, giving rise to extreme winds and storms on a global scale. Think of hurricanes, tornadoes, and storms of unprecedented intensity, striking without warning. Our understanding of predictable weather patterns would be rendered obsolete. In essence, the world would be plunged into a state of perpetual and devastating weather chaos. The tides in our magnetic field wouldn't be spared either. Earth's rotation regulates the rhythmic dance of the ocean tides. An abrupt halt could trigger chaotic tidal patterns, transforming coastal cities into aquatic wastelands and leaving some areas utterly dry. Meanwhile, our planet's spin sets its molten iron core in motion, generating a magnetic field that shields us from solar radiation. A sudden stop could disrupt this protective layer, potentially exposing us to harmful solar rays. We'd be looking at a world of flooded cities, parched landscapes, and a potentially deadly dose of solar radiation. And life as we know it? The impact would be unimaginable. The sudden cessation of Earth's rotation would wreak havoc on every living organism. The unprecedented forces resulting from such a dramatic stop would not only displace land and sea, but would also disrupt the delicate balance of nature. Ecosystems finely tuned to the rhythms of our spinning world would be thrown into chaos. Now let's talk about crustal displacement. Our planet's crust is not as solid as you might think. It's a jigsaw puzzle of tectonic plates floating on a semi-fluid layer beneath. Imagine the shock of Earth's sudden halt transmitted through these plates. The result? Massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions on a scale we've never witnessed. In a nutshell, the sudden halt of Earth's rotation would bring about an apocalyptic scenario. From the smallest microbe to the largest landforms, everything would face a challenge to survive in a world that had stopped spinning. So, as we wrap up this thought-provoking and somewhat terrifying exploration, we've seen the catastrophic consequences if Earth were to suddenly stop spinning. The inertia would fling everything into the atmosphere, our planet's shape would dramatically change, and we'd witness devastating weather events. Tides would become chaotic, the magnetic field could be disrupted, and life as we know it would be under threat. Remember, while this scenario is purely hypothetical, it underscores the delicate balance that keeps our world in harmony.